Today, we're tackling a real head-scratcher. The death of Dr. Eris Caldwell.
Yeah, the physicist, right. The reclusive one.
Exactly. Found dead in his lab, which was, completely sealed. Locked from the inside, barred windows, the whole deal.
And the weapon. That's the truly weird part.
Right, a bronze dagger thousands of years old in his chest. No forced entry, only his fingerprints.
It sounds completely impossible, a perfect locked room mystery, but ancient.
Pretty much. So our mission today is to unpack this, figure out what really happened.
Okay, so faced with that scene, where do investigators even start? A locked room, an ancient dagger. It defies logic. What were the first steps? Any initial theories?
Well, that's the thing. The initial clues were just as strange. There was this faint scorch mark on the floor.
Elliptical.
A scorch mark? Near what?
Near this big machine, actually, that was covered up with a canvas sheet. Totally inert, apparently.
And then you had his colleagues. They mentioned he was obsessed with temporal displacement.
Ah, okay. Time stuff.
Yeah, and something called chronal anchors.
Right, so temporal displacement, in Caldwell's work, that meant actually moving things, maybe even himself, through time.
Not just observing.
No, physically moving. And the chronal anchors, those were supposed to be like stable points to sort of tether these jumps in time, make them precise, even if just for a moment.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense.
Yeah.
But still, how does that explain the dagger and the locked room? Then came the big break. Security cameras. They thought they were offline.
Oh, but they weren't.
Apparently not entirely. They got one single, really grainy frame captured just moments before he died.
What did it show?
It showed Caldwell. But he wasn't alone. He was facing this shadowy figure.
Oh, wait, figure?
We don't know. And the figure was holding something. Looked like a shimmering, distorted orb. Then a flash, and bam, the recording cuts out.
Wow. Okay, so a hidden figure, a strange orb. That sounds more like a sci-fi movie than a physics lab.
Tell me about it. But then, Caldwell's associate, Lena Petrova, she came forward.
His only known associate, right?
Yeah, and she confirmed his experiments were seriously dangerous. She said he wasn't just theorizing anymore, he was trying to jump.
Jump through time, physically, exactly. Thought he'd cracked it. Found a way to make a stable, temporary pocket in time.
Yeah.
A Chronos bubble, he called it, for actual travel.
Chronos bubble?
Yeah.
Okay. And that machine, the shrouded one.
Lena confirmed it. That was his Chronos gate.
The gate. So that was supposed to open the portal.
Yeah, she described it as a really precise but super unstable time dial, meant to hit specific points in history. A localized wormhole, essentially.
This is getting wilder. So did Lena know if he'd used it?
She wasn't sure, but then she found something she'd missed. A small, hidden console, covered in dust.
And it worked.
It did. Displayed one single log entry. Chilling, really. Successful deployment, T-minus 0.01's destination, redacted, temporal signature, ancient bronze.
Wait, hold on. Ancient bronze.
Yep.
That connects directly to the dagger.
Exactly.
Wait, the figure in the photo, that wasn't someone else arriving.
No. Think about it. The log, the signature.
It was him, Caldwell.
It seems so. And the shimmering orb. That was likely the Chronos Gate's aperture closing.
Oh my God. So he jumped.
He jumped, successfully it seems, to the early Bronze Age, grabbed the dagger, maybe as proof, maybe just because he could.
Coming back.
Something went wrong, terribly wrong. The gate, being so unstable, couldn't sustain his return trip. It started collapsing.
And the dagger.
The dagger made it back, but propelled by the collapsing temporal field, like a projectile, right into him.
So he wasn't murdered.
Not in any conventional sense. He was killed by his own experiment, a victim of a temporal paradox.
And the shadowy figure he was facing in that photo.
That was likely a temporal afterimage. Caldwell himself, in that split second before the gate collapsed fully, he literally saw his own death coming.
Caused by his own actions, retrieving the dagger. Wow. The machine built to conquer time ended up being his executioner.
It's an unbelievable tragedy, really. A perfect, almost terrifying example of a predestination paradox. Killed by an object from the past that he brought back using the very machine meant to return him safely. Time itself, or rather the consequence of manipulating it, was the killer here.
So this whole deep dive,
Yeah.
it really makes you think, doesn't it? What are the real dangers when we start pushing the boundaries of reality like this? Especially with something as fundamental and maybe as fragile as time.
Exactly. What happens when that intense scientific curiosity runs headfirst into something truly impossible, or something that should be impossible?
Definitely something to chew on.